In March 2018, members of Zelensky's production company Kvartal 95 registered a new political party called Servant of the People, the same name as the television program that Zelensky had starred in over the previous 3 years. Although Zelensky denied any immediate plans to enter politics and said he had registered the party name only to prevent it being appropriated by others, there was widespread speculation that he was planning to run. As early as October 2018, 3 months before his campaign announcement and 6 months before the presidential election, he was already a frontrunner in opinion polls. After months of ambiguous statements, on 31 December, less than 4 months from the election, Zelensky announced his candidacy for president of Ukraine on the New Year's Eve evening show on the TV channel 1+1. His announcement upstaged the New Year's Eve address of incumbent President Petro Poroshenko on the same channel, which Zelensky said was unintentional and attributed to a technical glitch. Zelensky's presidential campaign against Poroshenko was almost entirely virtual. He did not release a detailed policy platform, and his engagement with mainstream media was minimal. He instead reached out to the electorate via social media channels and YouTube clips. In place of traditional campaign rallies, he conducted stand-up comedy routines across Ukraine with his production company Kvartal 95. He styled himself as an anti-establishment, anti-corruption figure, although he was not generally described as a populist. He said he wished to restore trust in politicians, to bring professional, decent people to power, and to change the mood and timbre of the political establishment. On 16 April 2019, a few days before the election, 20 Ukrainian news outlets called on Zelensky to stop avoiding journalists. Zelensky stated that he was not hiding from journalists, but that he did not want to go to talk shows where people of the old power were just doing PR, and that he did not have time to satisfy all interview requests. Before the elections, Zelensky presented a team that included former finance minister Oleksandr Danylyuk and others. During the campaign, concerns were raised over his links to the oligarch Ihor Kolomoisky, a billionaire businessman who had gained control of the 1+1 media group in 2010. The group operates 8 Ukrainian TV channels and broadcast the Servant of the People TV series from 2015 until 2019, featuring Zelensky in a comedian role as a national president. This unique overlap of fiction and reality captured the imagination of Ukrainians, blurring the lines between Zelensky the actor and Zelensky the presidential candidate. As the election drew closer, Zelensky's popularity surged, fueled by his on-screen portrayal and promises of a fresh start for Ukraine's political landscape. On election day, the nation held its breath as the results poured in, ultimately leading to a historic victory for Volodymyr Zelensky. President Poroshenko and his supporters claimed that Zelensky's victory would benefit Russia. On 19 April 2019, at Olympijski National Sports Complex, presidential debates were held in the form of a show. In his introductory speech, Zelensky acknowledged that in 2014 he voted for Poroshenko, but I was mistaken. We were mistaken. We voted for one Poroshenko, but received another. The first appears when there are video cameras, the other Petro sends Medvedchuk Privyatiki to Moscow. Although Zelensky initially said he would serve only a single term, he walked back this promise in May 2021, saying he had not yet made up his mind. This marks a pivotal moment in Ukrainian politics, reflecting the ever-evolving dynamics of leadership and public expectation. The uncertainty surrounding Zelensky's future decisions adds a layer of intrigue to the political landscape, keeping both supporters and critics on edge. Zelensky has outlined his vision for Ukraine's economic development, emphasizing a revamp of the judicial system and rebuilding trust in the government. He aims to implement a tax amnesty and introduce a flat 5% tax rate for large corporations, with a possibility of adjustment through mutual agreement. Zelensky believes that by demonstrating integrity from the outset, his administration can encourage people to fulfill their tax obligations willingly and contribute to the nation's progress. The president's commitment to transparency and fair governance is a cornerstone of his strategy for Ukraine's economic revitalization. Through these ambitious initiatives, Zelenskyy aims to pave the way for sustainable growth and prosperity in Ukraine, fostering a conducive environment for both local and foreign investments. As Zelenskyy works towards his goal of economic rejuvenation, he envisions a future where Ukraine thrives as a hub for innovation, entrepreneurship, and prosperity for all its citizens.